Hello everyone, the literacy team is happy to report that the writing rubric is done and already being applied in classrooms.
Go!
Hooray!
Please browse and stay tuned to the RHS Content Literacy's website, which Steve's staff kindly pushed out to everyone's iPads for strategies on how to apply this and future rubrics. Our next focus is the creative problem-solving rubric. Starting with this draft that we employed school-wide in 2010, several members of the literacy team from the math and science departments combed through the frameworks to assist in its modification. 9 drafts later, this draft was created that incorporates the Common Core standards. But our understanding of problem solving continued to broaden. And in May of 2013, as we stared at a blank template for the Creative Expression rubric, literacy team art teacher June Krinsky-Rutter suggested fusing the old Creative Expression rubric with the problem-solving rubric. Add these two together and sprinkle in some Common Core and formatting changes, and you have the Creative Problem-Solving rubric, which was distributed to the faculty at large at the end of last year. This year, as the content and format of the school-wide rubric for writing evolved, so too did the creative problem-solving rubric. And so during the first semester, the literacy team transformed this into the 2-column format with the 9-10 column and the 11-12 column. Then a team of math, science, and humanities teachers edited and sequenced the text therein to make it more methodical. And as we did so, we sought feedback from art, history, ELL, and AP teachers outside of the literacy team to inform our edits. 13 drafts later, we have our current draft with the performance levels along the top and the 3 major phases of problem solving in the body, starting with the gathering of knowledge and information about the question or problem at hand, moving then to the process of problem solving, and then lastly to the communication of that process and the solution to audiences such as teachers, peers, and the self. Now we need you, because any document that bears the label school-wide needs to be shaped by us all. So during today's PLG, you received an introduction from your facilitators. You are now in the process of watching this flipped video detailing the process and current stages of the creative problem-solving rubric. And we are next going to generate a school-wide problem-solving is list using the brainstorms from each PLG this morning on a Google Doc that has been shared with your PLG leaders. As you brainstorm, consider this essential question. What does problem-solving look like in your content area or classroom? Just as we have listed the many forms that writing can take on our Writing Is list at the Content Literacy's website, we hope to generate and post a similar list of what problem solving is and can be in each content area. So please pause here, brainstorm a group problem solving is list, and post it to the literacy team's Google Doc that was emailed to PLG leaders, and we'll use your ideas to generate a new page on the Content Literacy's website soon. Thank you all for your insight. Now onto the rubrics. PLG leaders, if you have not already, please distribute copies of the rubrics now. And PLGs as a whole, please examine and plan your application of the creative problem-solving rubric for the rest of PLG today. Our goal, like last time, is to try to apply the current draft of the creative problem-solving rubric to an assignment that's open-ended, supportive of knowledge, skills, and practices of problem-solving, and if possible to bring student work back to PLG next week on March 31st. At that time, you will provide warm and cool feedback based on your trial implementation. Though it is tempting to dive right in, please hold warm and cool feedback until next week. Instead, please consider the following focus questions, either as a whole PLG, in smaller content-specific or grade-specific groups, or individually. The questions are, how could you apply this rubric to the assessment of problem-solving in your content area? To what extent does this rubric support the knowledge, skills, and practices of your content area? And which of your current assignments already assess the knowledge, skills, and practices delineated in the creative problem-solving rubric? Feel free to pause the video here to keep these questions up on your screen, and thank you so much for your input.